Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. In the last video, we discussed about customizing the sections and we customized the sections successfully and created our band sets and applied to all of the sections. Okay, so in this video, as I mentioned in the last video, that we will see how we can add some data, the levels at the breakpoints, these breakpoints, here, as you see on the band, we have just, if we want to display at every interval, it's not possible. It will be a lot of, it will be cluttery. Okay. So what we need is to display data at these points. Okay. These breakpoints where the slope changes or the assembly changes. Okay, from one to another. So how can we do that? Before doing that, we need to understand like what are being displayed here. So let's go ahead and select this and go to the sample mode sources. Okay, so we're gonna see what we are displaying. First thing we have here is the surface. Okay, tutorial surface that we created, this surface, okay, which runs through, like that's the ground. Okay, this one, this, it runs through and across. Okay, and another is the tutorial corridor. Okay, the corridor that we created. Okay, then another one of which we have these stuff being displayed. Okay, third thing that we have here is the tutorial corridor, you know which is following that. If you remember, we created a tutorial corridor without which we cannot know the cut and fill. Basically, or civil 3D needs two surfaces to compare. Okay, and then it, by comparison of the two surfaces, it gives you cut and fill. So this is being displayed. So what we're going to do is display this corridor surface, data at these corridor surfaces. Okay, so okay, let's say cancel. Okay, so let's go ahead and select the corridors. Okay, and then you will have data to display. So we go to the section view properties and it will ask you to select a graph. So we select this graph. Okay, and say enter. And when you enter, you have a bunch of options. Okay, so this is what is being, this is the surface. Okay, the sections you will have. First you go to the information system power tutorial section, so you go to the sections. We already changed the band. Okay, so now we go to the sections, and here you will have options to select from. So here, just we need to know what are they. First is the tutorial surface. Okay, tutorial surface, that is our ground surface. Okay, so that is being selected. Okay, it's I think here, this ground. Okay, ground surface is selected. So, and then we have corridor, and then we have the corridor surface. So this corridor surface needs to be changed. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the level part of this part. So here, if you scroll a little bit down here, and then you reach the levels part, and then you click on edit. Okay, so we don't have any levels being displayed here. So what we want is the offset from each, the code's breakpoint. So we just go ahead and say grade breaks. Okay, or major offsets. We just say at grade breaks we're gonna say section offset and elevation. Okay, at grade breaks wherever the grade changes. Okay, and then we say add. So it's gonna add it, and let's keep this default, and we will see what happens. Then we will modify it. Okay, better we put it name. Okay, leave it, and later we can define our style. Okay, so we say okay. So you see, only since we have selected only one section, this is being displayed like this in only one section. Okay, so here you will see this is being displayed at end here, here, and here. Why? So let's go ahead, and then again now we can just select these and control the style. Okay, so just click on these and say edit level group. Okay, first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna modify the name of this style. Okay, so what we're gonna say is create copy of selection, and then here what we will say is this is finished ground section offset and elevation. Okay, remember this. You can create further existing ground as well, but it's not use for us right now. So this one we will name tutorial finish ground uh, offset and say offset and elevation. Okay, elevation. This is good. So another thing we will do is general layout. Okay, so here you have a line. You have then there are three components to it. Okay, one is line, another is elevation, and another is offset. Okay, so this line here, this is the offset that is controlling this output, and then elevation. So first we're gonna see line. So line here you see its angle is 90 degree, perpendicular to our surface, perpendicular to the horizontal, and fixed length is 650 mm. Okay, so and this is okay. So we're gonna reduce it. It's going way beyond our. So we're gonna put it somewhere here. So let's make it like 10, and also it has offset of 2.5. You see. So I don't want any offset. It should just directly is there. So, okay, like this, and then okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, so apply. Okay, so when you apply it, you will see this is going there. Okay, here. So no problem, no issues. Your line is here. That's what we wanted. Okay, first we customize the line. Now you see the text are way bigger. So we need to reduce the text size. So let's go select and again say edit group level, and then here we edit it. Like this is the familiar option. If you have watched the rest of the series, you are familiar with this. Okay. Now the line is set. Okay, the length is still a bit longer. I can again put it like 5 meter, 5 mm. Okay, this is fine. Now we can customize elevation. So this part. Okay, so you see this is big one. Okay, so we can first let's reduce the text size. Then we will see how we can customize more things in it. So we will put at like this one as 0.5. Let's do same, and for this gap maybe we reduce the gap, so if there's a lot of elevations while nearby, it won't overlap. Okay, so similarly we go for the offset and change this. Okay, zero point 0.5, and this one we will keep it 0.1. Okay, let's see what happens. So we say apply and say okay. Okay. So these look good. Okay, but still we need some offset from this point. Okay. So we're gonna reduce the size a little bit more. So let's go reduce the size. And when you have selected this elevations, and make it like 3.5. Okay. And this one too as 0.35. Okay, 0.35. Okay, I think this will work fine. Okay, well, this worked well. Okay, so this is how it is displayed, and you see here this difference. Here we have a larger gap and here lesser. So let's see why it's happening. Let's click on edit level, and then click here, and now we go to the why this one is happening, because with the offset there is some issue with the offset. Okay, so with the gap 0.25. Okay, so that because of this, so 0.1. Okay, okay, and apply. Okay, so now they're almost at the same locations, so this is fine. But still we have some gap here. Okay, so how we gonna remove that gap? Let's see. It should be even. If it is even, it looks better. So we're gonna remove this. So go to the elevations and see what's wrong with it. Okay, so y offset, we don't have y offset here. Okay, 0. Okay, so similarly with the offsets here, we're gonna say y offset as 0 and enter. Okay, okay, and apply. Okay, so they are together. Now you have this properly. But why we have only three of these? So why? Let's see. Because this there's a setting that weeds it out. Okay, so let's select again and go to the edit level group, and on in here you will see sometimes you need to scroll it, and then you see just drag this, and then you will see weeding at 100 meter it is saying. Okay, so if we reduce that, I think this will fix it. Okay, so we say like 1.5 meters and say apply. Okay, so here you see now levels are being displayed. This one is obviously more than 1.5 meter. You can verify it. That's why these levels are consequently being displayed. Whatever is not, like this difference here is less than 1.5 meter. Okay, so let's verify this. Okay, uh, check, let's check it from here. This point and see. Okay, this is 1.79. Okay, so that's why this is being displayed like this. So how much is this distance? So normally you would require this part has more slope than this part. Okay, so later we will show the slopes as well. So here we see how far is it. Just approximately zero point 0.5, something like that. Okay, so if we say we select these and say these are zero point 0.5, or even this one is very near. Okay, this one is very near, but obviously we would know the dimensions of this, so we don't need to display. But even if you want to display it, let's say you want to display it. Okay, so what you're going to do is find the distance of this first. Let's say how much it is, and then we're gonna set the width to below than this 1.5. Okay, so we'll say 0.1 maybe. Okay, so let's select them and say edit level group and set this width to zero point 0.1. Okay, and say apply. Okay, now you have these being displayed at. Okay, and now there's another problem. Okay, so these are quite near. Okay, so this one you have to put this as. So let's say let's better put it as 0. Okay, so let's select these, because it will only be displayed where we have a code. I will explain what these are. Okay, code sets. So just select it and edit level group, and then just set it to 0. That's all, and say apply. Okay, now we have these being displayed at everywhere we have this codes. Okay, but it's not visible. So there's another setting to make it visible. So let's go ahead and select these, and then say edit level group. And then if you just drag it here, you have a stagger level. Okay, a stagger level. So stagger level and the heights are being set here. Okay, so we need to set these later. Okay, so we say stagger on both sides. You can stagger on both sides. Like if this is nearby, then one will go like this and another like this. Okay, but if you say stagger to right, let's do it. I will show you with just do it and see, apply and say okay. So wherever staggering is required, it will just stagger. But what is going on? This is just going up like this, but here they have enough space, so staggering is not required, so there's no issue with this one. Okay, so we just select these, and now we have to edit another thing here. Okay, so once we have selected this, the stagger line and stagger line height too. So there is one height and another height. Okay, so we will set it to maybe just say let's put it some random numbers. Okay, so 2 mm, Okay, and this one also like 2. Okay, let's say apply. Okay, what happened? Let's see. Is there issue now? Yes, we have issues here. Okay, so these now stagger like this and are interfering with our existing ones. Okay, so again we select these and then change a little bit of settings. Okay, so here it's a stagger line height 1. So we need to reduce this height first. So we'll say one height. So we're gonna say this one as 0.5. Okay, sorry, just hit OK, which will not work. We should say 0.5 and apply, and you see all are being staggered. Okay, so this looks better as we reduce this height. Okay, so each one is staggered and kind of beautiful. Okay, but this has been staggered a bit too much and going out of our this part. So we're gonna select again and edit, and then we see this height. We can, if we reduce this height, it would be a bit better. Let's see what happens. 1. Okay, let's put it 1. Say apply. Okay, cool. So this looks good. Okay, and then it is all, you just click and see which one is which. Okay, so where you have all the levels and it is being beautifully displayed. So this line here is interfering with my objects. So another thing that you can do is, reduce this line length. Okay, so we just have this one and this, we reduce it. Select it. You can customizations, you can do, make it anything you like. A lot of customization, there are a lot of customizations in the Civil 3D. So first one, component length is selected, so we make it as let's say we make it very small, so 0.5. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay, and say apply. Oh, that does not work well, so click again and make it 2.5. Okay, this will be fine. So this is a trial and error thing. You reach to a certain values, maybe 3.5. Okay, because this text is also there. Okay, and that's okay. But still, I think we need more. We need more. So we click it and say 4.5. I think my experience was good. 5 was good as per my experience. Okay, nice. So this looks nice. Okay, here this is being staggered in both sides. Okay, so what you can do is stagger on one side only. Let's see what happens if you stagger on like right only. Okay, and say apply. So you see everything is aligned right. Okay, and if you say left similarly, then everything will be aligned left. Personally, I like both sides. Okay, because it looks beautiful. So here we see this line is interfering with our levels. Okay, so we're gonna hide this line. So select this, select the level, select the section. Okay, wait. We just select section. We are selecting more. We select section, and then go to the section view properties. Okay, and what we're gonna do is go to the information, this object style, and hit edit, and then we're gonna go to the display, and this is gray. This is what, top axis. This is in blue. Yes, top axis. So we're gonna hide this top axis. Hide it. Apply. Okay. Let's say okay is fine. Okay. So we have hidden this one. This looks great now. Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next video, we will see how we can So the slope, you see, as you see, the road has different slope than the shoulders and the footpath. So we're gonna show all these slopes on these sections, okay? And later, once this is we saw the slopes and the grade breaks, the levels at grade break points, we're gonna apply to all of the sections, okay? So till then, enjoy, have a great time. See you in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.